Because of the length of the gospel that we just heard, the church actually instructs priests to preach either a very brief homily or to have a period of silence after the gospel. So this will be more of a little pep talk than a real homily. So at this point in our Lenten journey, we're probably growing a little weary. Maybe we are tired. I know that I certainly am. Perhaps some or all of our penances have been put aside. Many of us are probably making preparations for Easter and just can't wait for it to be here. I'm sure I've even experienced, people wishing me a happy Easter. And while I appreciate the kind thoughts, I say with all of the love in my heart, please stop, It's not Easter yet. It's not just a little nitpicky thing, We're still in Lent. We're getting to the ultimate part of Lent. And so we need to remain in this season. We should be excited about the coming of Easter, but we can't get to Easter until we pass through the Passion. Saint Jose Maria Escriva writes that if we are to accompany Christ in his glory at the end of Holy Week, we must first enter into his Holocaust and truly be united to him as he lies dead on Calvary. If we truly want to experience the joy of the resurrection, we have to journey with Jesus in his Passion through this Holy Week. We have to endure the suffering of the cross before we can celebrate the joy of the resurrection. And so I encourage you to enter into Holy Week, to enter in by attending the Holy Week liturgies, by attending the Holy Thursday Mass of the Lord's Supper, by attending Good Friday services, by attending the Easter Vigil, the ultimate liturgy of the church. To attend those liturgies and to celebrate well, to journey with Jesus. Enter into Holy Week by meditating on the Passion. Every time I listen to, because I don't have a whole lot of words in the Passion, every time I read it or listen to it, something else jumps out at me. And so I was making little mental markers of things that I need to go back to this week to meditate on. St. Thomas Aquinas says that the Passion of Christ is enough to serve as a guide and model throughout our lives. If you know anything about St. Thomas Aquinas, he wrote a ton. And he says that the Passion of Christ is enough for us to meditate on our entire lives. So meditate on the Passion. Meditate on the fact that God not only became man for you, that he died on the cross, that he rose from the dead. I want to end with a quote by Cardinal Basil Hume. He has this wonderful book called The Mystery of the Cross. It's sort of a lengthy quote, but not quite as long as the Gospel, so bear with me. He says, "I can give no easy and quick answer to those who are bewildered or angered by some great natural disaster, such as an earthquake or a tornado." So he's trying to explain the mystery of suffering. "As far as I know, no one has adequately and conclusively explained the existence of evil in our world. I do know, however, that the answer is to be found in looking at the crucified Christ. There is the book I must study to find the answer. There I shall find the Word made flesh, God who became man, suffering and dying on a cross. Like a difficult passage of text which needs time and application before its meaning is revealed to the mind, so it is with the crucifix. Slowly we see, and then only dimly, that in suffering of all kinds there is a new life to be found, and therefore hope. It would not have been so if Christ had not risen from the dead." And so this week, once again, I encourage you to enter into Holy Week, to enter into the mystery of the cross. Enter into the suffering that comes your way. Everyone here has something that they're suffering. Look at the cross and ask God, beg God for the answer to that suffering. Do so not because you enjoy suffering, but because you know that suffering has been redeemed through what Christ has done on the cross. Do so because you know that there is great joy waiting for you on the other side when we celebrate the resurrection.